spending a lot of time with LG's brand new G6, and so far we think it does a lot to make up for last year's quite clunky modular design of the G5. But we've got the Samsung Galaxy S8 just around the corner, so Jess, do you think the G6 does enough to hold it against Samsung?
You know, I think that it does. Mostly it's not the G5, which was a terrible mistake. So what LG has done is it's gone mainstream. Everything about this phone looks kind of like you would expect any other phone to look. Different wasn't working, same seems to work. I really like the phone's shape, it's narrow. LG is making a big deal over the screen ratio, but most importantly is that you have a lot more screen to work with in a smaller space, and they say one-handed operability, and I agree, it's actually really comfortable to hold and to use with one hand.
I think it looks really good as well. Last year's design of the G5 really grey and boring and plain, which was disappointing because the year before they had this all-leather G4, which looked amazing. This, I think, is a bit of a return to form of them. But we've got some big things coming from Samsung, some of the rumours as well. We've got all-screen phone with no home button, so it's almost
according
to the rumours.
Really similar.
Yeah.
There's also a rumor that it will have a dual camera module, just like this one. And what LG has also done is it's kind of closed the gap between what some of the Samsung flagship phones usually have and then what this phone has. So it is adding wireless charging, and that's actually for the US only, unfortunately. And waterproofing. So that means that you'll be able to get the phone wet, dry it off, all of that. And those were two advantages that the Samsung Galaxy S phones of last year had. What we're expecting the Galaxy S8 to possibly have that the LG G6 doesn't would be a curved screen, right? And a faster processor.
Basically a few more top-end specs, and maybe I think a bit more in the resolution of the camera, make it a bit more for pro shooters. But generally, I think what they've done is almost look at the rumoured specs of the S8 and think, okay, well, let's do some of these things first.
Right, let's
so
get
that we're
close to it.
Yeah, so that it's more of a level playing field, because last year there was a big discrepancy between how good the S7 was with that amazing curved screen, and then the G5 was just a bit plain, and the modular design, they could have done more with it, but it was a gimmick, and it didn't excite anybody, and LG even admitted themselves it wasn't the success they hoped it would be.
I'm glad you said gimmick, because that's one other thing. The Samsung Galaxy S8 phones are rumored to get their very own AI, possibly called Bixby. The LG G6 does have Google Assistant on board, so that is something from Google. And so you think, well, is it really going to be that much better on the Samsung phone? It might be, but it might also wind up being a gimmick. So I think at the end of the day, if you're an everyday user, somebody who just wants a good phone at the price that you're willing to pay, and maybe you don't really care as much about your phone processor being that much better, they might wind up being very close. You're just not going to know until we see the Samsung phone, and that's going to be March 29th.
Yep, March 29th. In the meantime, we will have plenty more coverage and hopefully a full review of the LG G6, so do make sure to keep it CNET.